A potential landmark case that could impact the way we read books is unfolding right here in the Bay Area.
Yeah, the Internet Archive is a San Francisco-based nonprofit digital library that scans and lends out millions of digital books for free.
ABC 7 News I-Team reporter Melanie Woodrow spoke with IA's founder about this interesting legal battle.
Absolutely, an ongoing legal battle. Dan and Amma, this is a case that is far from over, and the outcome could have far-reaching effects.
Inside this Richmond warehouse, Internet Archive founder Brewster Kahle estimates there are 1 million books. The books are inside boxes that are inside shipping containers.
Libraries have always been important when we've had anything published.
Kahle founded the Internet Archive in 1996. IA is potentially best known for the Wayback Machine, an archive of every public web page on the World Wide Web. IA also scans print books that have been donated or that it has purchased and makes the corresponding ebooks publicly available for free as part of its online lending library.
The idea is to have a library system that is open to all.
An idea that doesn't sit well with some publishers and authors. In June of 2024, publishers filed a copyright infringement lawsuit against IA, saying the website distributes illegally scanned books without any license or payment to the authors or publishers. According to Kahle, IA works from what's known as a controlled digital lending model, only loaning digitally the number of copies it physically has at any one time. To make more copies available for digital lending, IA partners with libraries, which Kahle says leverage IA's technology to loan out more copies. According to court documents, during the COVID-19 pandemic, which closed libraries nationwide, IA launched what it called a national emergency library and stopped its controlled lending, allowing up to 10,000 people at a time to borrow each ebook on its website.
Is that true?
No.
A point Kahle strongly disputes.
No way. There was no way. We watched it very carefully.
IA ended its national emergency library, but continues its controlled digital lending today.
Is that fair to the publishers? Is it fair to the authors?
The publishers and the authors get paid just like they are selling books. We buy these books at retail, or somebody does. Often other libraries, and then they donate those books to the Internet Archive.
Authors Guild outgoing president Douglas Preston doesn't see it that way.
Controlled digital lending is basically book piracy. I'd really compare that to someone who throws a brick through a bookstore window and then passes out the books for free and then expects to be congratulated for his generosity. All legitimate libraries buy licenses from publishers in order to lend out ebooks. And from those licenses, authors get compensated.
On March 24th, a U.S. District Court judge granted the four publishers' motion for summary judgment and denied Internet Archive's motion for summary judgment, writing in part even full enforcement of a 1-to-1 own-to-loan ratio, however, would not excuse IA's reproduction of the works in suit.
I'm disappointed.
In a statement, the Association of American Publishers wrote in part, "We hope the opinion will prove educational to the defendant and anyone else who finds public laws inconvenient to their own interests."
I'm curious if you are to books what LimeWire and Napster were to music.
Not at all. What the Internet Archive is a library.
Kahle says IA will continue fighting and plans to appeal the decision. He has the support of the Electronic Frontier Foundation and the Authors Alliance out of Berkeley, which seeks to advance the interests of authors who want to serve the public good by sharing their creations broadly. The case's outcome could have far-reaching effects for any other library operating under a controlled digital lending model and could impact how readily available books are online.
While this case doesn't set a binding precedent for other libraries, if affirmed on appeal, other libraries may decide to avoid controlled digital lending, which of course is what some of these publishers and authors want to happen.
Yeah. Right. It's really interesting.
It is.
Complex too. Thanks, Melanie.
Ongoing.
Yeah.